The classroom was so quiet you could hear the ticking clock above the whiteboard. 28 students sat hunched over their final exams. One student, however, wasn't nervous. He wasn't guessing. He wasn't rushing. He was solving. At the back of the room, Malik Thompson moved through the advanced calculus final like a chess master finishing a match he'd already won. Every answer precise. Every step intentional. But at the front of the room, someone else was watching, not impressed, not proud, watching with resentment. Because 3 months earlier, Malik had done something unforgivable. He had been right, and his teacher had been wrong. What happened next would cost Malik his scholarship, threaten his future, and expose something much bigger than a single exam. Because sometimes failure isn't earned. Sometimes it's assigned. And sometimes the right person makes a call that changes everything. It started with a single equation. Advanced Mathematics, Period 3. Mr. Raymond Callahan had been teaching for 17 years. Decorated plaques lined the classroom walls. Teacher of the Year. Excellence in Instruction. Academic Leadership Award. He liked control. He liked structure. He liked being the smartest person in the room. That Tuesday morning, he wrote a multi-step proof across the whiteboard. Students copied it down word for word. No one questioned him, except Malik. Malik wasn't flashy. He wasn't loud. He didn't correct people to embarrass them. He corrected mistakes because precision mattered. He raised his hand slowly. Yes, Mr. Thompson? Callahan said, already sounding slightly annoyed. Sir, in step 3, when you distributed the negative sign, shouldn't the second term be positive? The room froze. Callahan turned back to the board. He scanned it. Silence stretched. A few students exchanged glances. He erased one number. Rewrote it. Malik was right. It's a minor oversight, Callahan said stiffly. Let's move on. But something had shifted. The class felt it. Malik felt it. From that day on, Mr. Callahan watched him differently. Not as a top student, as a challenge. The change was subtle at first. Malik's raised hand was ignored. When called on, his answers were met with tight nods instead of acknowledgement. One afternoon, after Malik explained an alternate method to solve a problem, Callahan responded, "Stick to the method I teach." Creativity isn't always helpful. The class laughed nervously. Malik didn't. He wasn't trying to show off. He just thought math was beautiful when you explored it. Soon, participation grades dropped. Comments on assignments became sharper, overcomplicated, did not follow instruction precisely, needs improvement in discipline. Discipline? Malik had never been sent to the office, never late, never disrespectful. Yet slowly, a narrative was forming, one that painted excellence as defiance. Final exams arrived in December. For Malik, this test meant more than a grade. It meant the State Academic Excellence Scholarship, full tuition, housing, books. His mother, Danielle Thompson, worked 2 jobs, hospital receptionist by day, catering assistant by night. Malik had studied for weeks. He didn't just want to pass. He wanted mastery. On exam day, Callahan paced the aisles. He paused behind Malik often. Too often, but Malik focused. 45 minutes in, he was already reviewing his answers. He checked every sign, every derivative, every integral. When time was called, he felt confident, not cocky, certain. 2 weeks later, grades were posted online. Students crowded the hallway with phones out. Excited chatter echoed off lockers. Malik logged into the portal and froze. Final exam, 58%. He blinked, refreshed, still 58%. His cumulative grade dropped from 97% to 72%, a C-. His chest tightened. That wasn't possible. Around him, classmates gasped. Malik, that's wrong. There's no way. He felt heat rising to his face. Not embarrassment, confusion, because he knew what he wrote. After school, Malik knocked on classroom door. Come in, Callahan said without looking up. Sir, I wanted to review my final. A long pause. Grades are posted. Yes, sir. I just want to understand where I went wrong. Callahan handed over the exam. Malik flipped through it. Red X's everywhere. Entire correct solutions marked 0. Correct final answer circled, but crossed out. Sir, the answers are right. The format isn't, Callahan replied. I showed every step. Not my steps. Malik looked up slowly. Sir, math allows multiple valid methods. In my classroom, Callahan said, voice tightening, you follow my structure. Malik swallowed. Is that worth failing an entire exam? Callahan leaned forward. You need to learn humility. The word hung heavy. Humility? For being correct? That night, Danielle sat at the kitchen table staring at the printed grade report. This affects the scholarship? She asked quietly. Yes, ma'am. She looked at her son. Not angry. Not panicked. Measured. Did you earn that 58? No. She nodded once. Then we challenge it. Malik hesitated. It might make things worse. Danielle leaned forward. Baby, when something is wrong, silence never fixes it. She drafted an email to the school. Formal, clear, requesting an academic review. She CC'd the principal. Friday morning, conference room. Mr. Callahan sat with a confident posture. Danielle and Malik across from him. Then Principal Evelyn Harris entered. Calm, observant, sharp. Let's begin, she said. Callahan explained his reasoning. Failure to follow methodology. Repeated disregard for instruction. Principal Harris turned to Malik. Did you understand instructions? Yes, ma'am. Did you ignore them intentionally? No, ma'am. She reviewed the exam. Her expression didn't change. Mr. Callahan, she said slowly, this answer is correct. The structure isn't. Is conceptual mastery not the objective of advanced math? Callahan stiffened. Students must learn discipline. Or conformity? She asked. Silence. Principal Harris stood. Malik, please solve question 4 on the board. Malik walked to the whiteboard. Rewrote the problem from memory. Solved it cleanly. Then he solved it again, using Callahan's preferred formatting. Same result. Principal Harris compared both to the exam. Identical reasoning. Different layout. She looked at Callahan. You deducted 18 points for structure alone. He didn't answer. Principal Harris stepped into the hallway. Closed the door. Made a phone call. District Academic Review Board. I need immediate oversight on a grading concern. Inside the room, Callahan's confidence began to crack. Danielle squeezed Malik's hand. For the first time, Callahan realized this wasn't staying in his classroom. The district audited every final exam. They noticed something striking. Only one student had extreme method penalties. Only one student's grade plummeted dramatically. Only one student who had previously corrected the teacher publicly. Malik Thompson. Mr. Callahan wasn't in class. A substitute stood at the front. By noon, an announcement. Mr. Callahan has been placed on administrative leave pending review. Malik refreshed the portal. Final exam, 96%. Overall grade, A. Scholarship eligibility restored. He exhaled slowly. Not triumphant. Relieved. Principal Harris called Malik into her office. You will encounter people threatened by your excellence, she said. Your intelligence will intimidate those who measure themselves by control. Malik listened carefully. Never shrink to protect someone else's ego. She handed him a personal recommendation letter. Signed. For every door someone tries to close, she said, build 2 more. Months later, Malik stood on stage accepting the State Academic Excellence Award. Cameras flashed. His mother cried openly in the audience. Principal Harris applauded from the back. Because this wasn't just about a grade. It was about fairness, about courage, about speaking up when silence is easier. Malik didn't win because someone saved him. He won because he stood firm long enough for the right person to make the right call. And sometimes that's all it takes.